Good morning, lovely people. How are we? I'm just enjoying a lovely cup of tea. The weather has been absolutely glorious. I've been going for really long walks, so I'm doing my 10,000 steps a day. And this morning I picked some beautiful flowers. And what I thought I would do is some flower painting using the flowers as paintbrushes. So yeah, they just made me really happy. I sort of gleaned them, on the side of the road or that were hanging over from people's gardens. I didn't go into people's gardens. Get myself in trouble doing that. But yeah, so anyway, how have we all been? I sort of feel like I've passed a few dark days and I'm coming out the other side. So yeah, all really good and positive. So come on, let's go and see what I get up to. A pretty posy that I got, and I just picked up simple things, these common daisies. They grow everywhere here, different colours. You get them in white and pink, yellow, you get them in orange, all sorts of colours. So yeah, they were easy to find. This is one of our grevilleas that grow here. Beautiful flowers. I'm not even sure how this is going to work out, but I just picked it up anyway. And of course, lavender is always beautiful. I'm hoping that I can get the imprint of the flower. And then that's a bottle brush. That was just off the floor, so it's a bit beaten up. I actually don't know what this flower is, but it was just sweet. So I don't even know if that will work out either. And then there were some berries lying on the floor, so I picked them up as well. So all in all, quite a few little flowers that I managed to just glean off the side of the road. That was a piece of a branch as well. So yeah, let's just see how it works out. I've decided on this kind of a setup where I have my book to, or my journal to one side, and then I'm going to put the paint down here and sort of work right to left and see how that works out. So let's get started. I've chosen a few different colours. I'll always start with pink. I'm not sure if you've done this before, but you want to make sure that your flower petals has plenty of paint on it. So yeah, try and push it right down into the paint so that you sort of get a lot of it, and you can see that I kind of missed a couple of petals, and that's better. All right, so here we go. And I'm trying not to think too much about it. I just keep moving them around the page. I want to get a sort of wildflower effect because I'm really liking that at the moment. I'd really love to have a wildflower garden in my front garden. So yeah, that sort of inspired me to do a bit of something on the pages. And you just keep moving around, adding the colours where you like. And do try to change colours, because otherwise your whole page will just look like one colour. And of course, in a wildflower meadow, you have lots of different colours. So I'm going to try and get the imprint now from the lavender. I really, really love that. This is so relaxing, you guys. Seriously, give it a go. I lost myself for ages doing this, and I just loved the whole process. It's just like free play, you know, when you were a child. It's like that. And do try like other colours, things that you might not normally use. This is extremely bright for me, but I wanted this wildflower effect, so I'm going to just stick a couple in, maybe 2 or 3, and just see how it starts to shape up. And of course, for the branches, I better get my favourite colour, the Kaiser Olive. Absolutely love this colour. So yeah, let's see how these branches turn out. They can be a little bit more tricky to work with because the leaves sort of go every which way. But anyway, let's see what I do with them. So just keep adding, and when I lift this up, you'll see I start to get the wildflower effect that I really want. So it's all starting to come together now, and I love the sort of wildness at the bottom of the page there, which is really what I wanted with the wildflower meadow look. So yeah, I mean, it's all just trial and error, but just keep going until you get the effect that you're looking for. Alright, I decide at this stage I'm going to use some of my watercolour pencils and have a bit of fun. So, let's see what I get up to. I kind of have another look at the flowers just to see. That one's actually got a yellow centre, and then the purple one's got a darker centre. So yeah, not that I'm trying for a realist look or anything, but yeah, I'm just having a little bit of fun here, and just use a little bit of water to move it around. I'm actually going to use a little bit more paint here, just in the middle of the red flowers. It's called Burnt Sienna, the colour, just to give a little bit more depth. And then I'm just going to move it around with the paintbrush. I sort of want the flowers to be sort of more, I don't know, watercolour looking, I guess, although I'm using acrylic paints, but yeah, just that kind of effect. So I just keep moving around the page until I get it how I really think I want that wildflower look to look. Right, now I'm just going to do a bit of mark making with the green pencil. I don't think about what I'm doing. I just use a different way of holding the pencil and just move around the page, just making marks. I'm not thinking about any particular shape, just making marks on the page now. Okay, and now the red flowers are still looking to me like they need something in the middle. So what I'm going to do is just use a Sharpie and just leave some little dots just in the middle, just to bring out the center of the flowers. As when I think of red flowers, I always think of poppies, so that's kind of the inspiration there. Now, what's spring flowers without bees, hey? Let's add some bees. I'd love to encourage you to go out and find your own wildflowers or pick from the side of the road. See if you can gather your own little posy and come back and give this project a go. And let me know in the comments how you went. I think it's just such a fun thing to do and so relaxing. And I've got to give my little bumblebees a bit of colour, so I'll just add that in as well. Little fat bumblebees in the wildflowers there. Last little bit, let's see if I can find something straight away that I want to stick on the page, something that talks to me. There you go, how's that? Be constantly curious. That sounds good. That's what I did this morning. I just was curious about what it would be like to paint with flowers. Whilst I'm sticking this down, I'm just looking at the purple flowers and I think they just need something a bit extra. And the one over there on the left, I really like the way that looks with the kind of rough pencil. So I'm just going to go over the others as well and just give them that little bit more detail. Thanks so much for joining me on this fun project. I hope you have a go as well, and let me know how you go. If you can like and subscribe, I'd really appreciate it, and I hope you have a wonderful week until I see you next time. Okay, bye-bye.